Let's dig in deeper on this one with NewsNation legal contributor Jesse Weber. Jesse, per Kelsey's note there about social media, it's another one of those cases where everything looks perfect on Instagram, right? You got happy couple, happy kids, Bahama getaways, and allegedly not what it all seems. Can I just start off by asking me, why do so many people forget divorce is an option and instead resort to plots like this? I mean, what's the deal?
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, what was it, only a little while ago we were covering the Corey Richins case, the woman accused of killing her husband and then writing a book about his death. I mean, it's upsetting because the way I was understanding this case, he found out about the affair, filed for divorce, and when that happened, she then allegedly plotted to kill him. I just read a statistic recently that about 4% of the murders we see happen in the United States are murder for hire plots. And we see it a lot between spouses or loved ones or people in relationships. They believe, hey, I'm not going to get my hands dirty, but if I hire someone to do it, no one will suspect me. And what's so interesting about these cases, the murder for hire plots leave the biggest trail of evidence because you're basically entering into an agreement to pay someone to kill another person. And so there's a paper trail, there are text messages, there are emails. And unfortunately, we see these cases a lot more than we really should. It's remarkable.
Yeah, and it's interesting because if he's the one who filed for divorce, I mean, if he was wanting out, she had a way out. A lot of things aren't adding up here. Jesse, we still don't know a ton about this alleged murder for hire plot. Bahamian police say this charge centered on these incriminating text messages they found for a completely different case they were looking into. What other evidence, though, will they need in order to convict her?
Yeah, it's strange because we don't know if this phone belonged to any of the three people that were ultimately arrested. We don't know the content of these messages. They're going to need more. And what I suspect is when you have multiple people who are ultimately arrested in a murder for hire plot, obviously prosecutors want one of them to turn and testify against the others. That's a really surefire way to get a conviction. Now, I imagine there's going to be more. You mentioned it before. If he was going to divorce her, why would she want him dead? Many times we see, is there a life insurance policy at stake? Is there some sort of financial aspect at stake? What was going on in their marriage? This is just the beginning part of it. I imagine prosecutors and authorities have a lot more than they're sharing right now.
Yeah, money very might well have something to do with it. What kind of defense could Shiver and her legal team put forward, do you think?
Now, again, we're in the early stages. I'd like to know more facts, but in these cases, even if those messages said that she wanted him dead, she would say, I never meant it. I never actually wanted you to kill anyone. Yeah, I was angry, and maybe if there was an exchange of money, she could explain away the exchange of money. It's tough because those cases, they don't add up well when you see an exchange of money and you see, an idea that you want someone dead. But her best defense would be, I never entered into an agreement to kill him. I never intended to kill him. That's the best way she can go.
Okay. And last question for you. Shiver was not required to enter a plea at her arraignment, and she's due back in a Bahamian court on October 5th. How quickly can we expect this case to move along? I mean, do you know how the Bahamian court system works? I personally have no idea.
Well, I'm no expert, but I did a little research last night into this, and their system is very similar to our system. There's a discovery process, there are motions, and this will be, it could be a jury trial, it can go in front of a judge. The standard is proof beyond a reasonable doubt. So it's very similar to what we see in the States, and we'll see ultimately how this case progresses because it's quite a development for such a couple that seem to be in love online.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see in a couple months. October 5th is when she and the others are due back in court. Jesse Weber, thanks so much as always. We'll follow it closely.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.